Okay, Cadets getting themselves nicely formed up here. So you don't know how to do it right. They'll get to start first go round here. All looking tidy, all looking good. The lights are flashing. Adrian Hark leading the way. Adrian Hark leading the way. Adrian Hark leading the way. I'm pretty sure it's Peter O'Brien there in position number 2. Already opening up a slight gap from the rest of the field there. Yep. We got one stuck down the back of Ripple Strip. Hello. Okay, back on again. Having a little bit of mic trouble. The rest of the field come back up around. Car number 6, Adrian Hark, leading the way from Pete O'Brien there in position number 2. 14 laps remaining. Reece Smith up there in 3. Jaden Pope in 4th. Josh Sargent there in 5. We go back to Ricardo D'Este there in position number 6 as our leaders. Adrian Hark and Pete O'Brien break away from the rest of the field. They're down the back straight. They're on it early in the game. And I think you've got to get on it early in the game if you're going to capitalise on winning your races. As they head up the hill, Adrian Hark still in control. Pete O'Brien, he's right up close behind him. Nothing in it at all. We've got Jaden Pope jumped up another spot there in the position number 3. Reece Smith in 4th. Josh Sargent, the old Sarge back there in 5. As we look back to our front runners, Adrian Hark and Pete O'Brien. Pete O'Brien not too far behind him there, but Hark just got a couple of cart lengths on him as it comes down the main straight. Jaden Pope there in position number 3. Starting to close in. As the air gets a bit thick up here in the commentary box. We go back to our race leader there, coming under fire, Adrian Hark. Pete O'Brien, Jaden Pope. Jaden Pope now joining on the back of that. Down the back straight they come. Hark, O'Brien, Pope, 1, 2, 3. And a little bit of action back there in position number 4. That's cart number 74, Josh Sargent. Made his way up to 4th place. We got 5th, 6th and 7th. A little bit of a tussle going on there. That's Reece Smith up now in 5th. D'Este in 6th. Cody Mains Ruddy there in 7th. As we go back to our front runners. 1, 2, 3, Hark, O'Brien and Pope. It's actually Jaden Pope setting the quicker times here today. He's got a couple tenths of a second on the rest of the field, so expect him to be moving his way up the grid. We've still got 10 laps. 10 laps remaining here today, so anything can happen throughout that period. As Hark still leads the way from O'Brien. Pope's got good speed there. I don't think it'd be long. He's just sussing out his opposition. Just looking for his strengths and weaknesses and thinks, I'll just get that moment, he'll pull out and pick himself off a spot. But as they head down towards the back straight, our leaders, Hark, O'Brien and Pope. Back to Smith, Sargent, D'Este. Adrian Hark, still out there in the lead. Pete O'Brien. Jaden Pope, still hanging back there in 3rd. Lap time's been very, very consistent from our front runners here. We go back to 4, 5, 6 and 7. That's Sargent up in the 4th. Smith down in the 5. D'Este in 6 and Cody Mains Ruddy still there in position number 7. as they head up now towards turn number 8. Ark still in command. O'Brien still there. O'Brien having a look on Hark. Jaden Pope now right up on the back of O'Brien. Doesn't make a move. We'll look back to 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th.
Remember, once the volume control is set, do not readjust. Do not readjust.
Junior Light's still on hold there. Something serious going on, obviously.
Replay this band until you have done so.
But there's something serious going on out at the track here at the moment, because Adrian Hark has his hands full at the moment. He's got Pete O'Brien charged right up behind him, as is Jaden Pope, trying to hunt him down as well. 7 laps to go here this afternoon. Back to 4th place. Ricardo Dieste now moved up to 5th. Josh Sargent, Dieste in the 4th, Sargent in the 5th. Mains Ruddy in the 6th. Harrison Hodges in 7th. So those guys have moved up a place. 7 to go, 6.5 to go it'll be. As our front runners, Hark, O'Brien, Pope, make their way down the straight. Won't be long, 6 to go. Won't be long, they got a couple of cars up in front of them. They could possibly lap them. So when they go to lap them, it could make things a little bit interesting. As our front runners head down onto the back straight now, with our slower carts down the back. And they're catching them very, very quickly. The Hark's still in command. O'Brien right there. Jaden Pope, I think he's the one to watch. He's just hanging back there. He's got really good speed. You can tell his car's got the speed, but he's just quietly just lurking there in the background. They're coming up on young Kent Fias Ayun and Joel Strode there, floating around the back of the field. They're going to get lapped very, very shortly. So this could make our lead just a little bit more interesting as Adrian Hart closes up on the back of them. Oh, can't sneak around. And I'll tell you what, who's going to capitalise on this one? So Hart go through. All 3 front runners go through. The 2 back markers give a little bit of racing room. Good to see. And of course, our next lot, Ricardo Dieste, Sargent and Mains Ruddy, now close up on those lap carts, but they've got a whole straightaway to manoeuvre their way around them. So they don't sneak through. Looking, there's the blue flag waving there, thank you very much. But that doesn't done any justice for Dieste, Sargent and Mains Ruddy back there in 4, 5 and 6. Now they got a lot of work. Now they're not going to get any chance to catch up to our front runners with 3 laps remaining. Adrian Hart still hanging in there. Pete O'Brien, Jaden Pope there in 3rd. I'll have a little bit of a look down the lap times. Adrian Hart 42.58. Jaden Pope's there in 3rd, just a whisker above him. So he's actually got good speed there. He just seems to be lurking, not doing anything silly, and he may just put himself in a position right at the end to make his move on Pete O'Brien there in position number 2 as they come up the hill, turn number 8. Past the commentary box, doing it easily. Adrian Hart, Pete O'Brien, Jaden Pope, 2 to go, lads. We go back to Dieste in 4th, and Sargent, Mains Ruddy there in position number 6. We go back to Harrison Hodges, Dylan DeBono, Ryan Kennedy and Reece Smith rounding out our 10. Here goes our race leader with his mates hot on tow, Pete O'Brien and Jaden Pope. They'll come up the hill this time when they come on the straightaway. Last lap board is illuminated. Oh. Let's see if Jaden Pope's been foxing a bit here. Nothing in between them. Hark, O'Brien and Pope. As they come to turns 3 and 4. Positions unchanged. Hark is just narrowly hanging on to the lead here. As I say, you can throw a blanket over the 3 of them. Up the hill they come towards turn number 8. No challenges. Not much going on there, but saying that, there goes Pope. There he goes, sneaks his way up to second. So he'll be happy with that. Takes the checkered flag. So that was Adrian Hark. Comes across first. Jaden Pope in 2. Pete O'Brien's in 3. Ricardo Dieste in 4th. Josh Sargent 5. Cody Mains Ruddy in 6. As we wait for the rest of the field to cross the line, Harrison Hoddes in 7. Reece Smith in 8. Dylan DeBono in 9. Ryan Kennedy was 10. Bailey Hazard, Marcus Lopko, Shannon Mortlock, Ryan Mills, Cooper Griffiths, Blake Strode. Then we've got Ken Fias, Ayun and Joel Strode rounding out the 18 cadets for their final. And good racing there by the lads.